Welcome to What We Watch When We Drink, a BoozeDancing Entertainment Network podcast featuring lively discussions about movies, TV shows, and anything else that we're watching while we drink our favorite boozy beverages. If you enjoy this show, please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, Audible, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. You can also find us on BoozeDancing.com, and if you have any questions, comments, show or drink suggestions, email us at BoozeDancing@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Hey!
Look who's here. Look who's
Look
here.
who walked in.
Hey.
Look what the cat dragged in.
I've been here the whole time.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, we are live on BoozeDancing Entertainment Network. It is a Whiskey Tuesday. We're here to bring you, the drinking public, another amazing award-winning effort in podcast entertainment with another episode of What We Watch When We Drink. And we're celebrating a bit here today because it is International Podcast Day. Hashtag International Podcast Day. Hashtag
Apparently.
celebration. Hashtag apparently. Hashtag there's a day for everything.
Yesterday was National Coffee Day.
Yesterday was that's right. Hashtag coffee.
What if you had a podcast about coffee?
We would have been on yesterday.
I would have not been on it.
Is that a twofer though? Do you get one yesterday and one today?
I guess.
I think you got a podcast both days.
Hey, you going to bender? Is that what happens?
Yeah, exactly. A coffee bender.
It's a 4-day weekend.
That's right. It's a big one.
I like it.
There's gonna be an after party later for the big event, and you're all invited to that. Stay tuned for details.
Do we got swag bags?
There may be swag bags. Joe Rogan is not giving you that kind of after party after his podcast. I can tell you that. So we're the unofficial podcast of International Podcast Day, though we're not. That's not true in the EU, Africa, Asia, South America, parts of Canada, Mexico, and all of Australia. But we are, as is true in Greenland. So we're good in Greenland.
And Guam. Don't forget about Guam.
Guam's part of America. That's part of the United States, yes.
Well, you got
Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico, again, a U.S. territory, so that counts.
You got to remind them. They don't know.
Bienvenidos.
That's right. We got a really big show today. Brand new TV show that we're going to talk about, and a brand new bourbon we're going to talk about. And a little different for us, we're going to actually have some cocktails we're going to talk about too.
That's right.
And all from the BoozeDancing Entertainment Network official bar, which is on the third floor of the big building here. Before we get into all that, we want to remind everyone that this is a live stream, and it's in all the usual places, and you can join us with your comments. And it'll be out as a downloadable podcast in about a week or so. And do not forget to go to all of our socials or BoozeDancing.com to watch my two cohorts here review all kinds of libations at the murder table. If you're a producer or distributor or brand ambassador and you would like to have your booze reviewed, contact us. We're happy to do that, and we'll see what we can do.
By the way, you know what's really impressive?
What?
We are men of a certain age, or we're getting close to that age.
Yes.
The fact that we can live stream is pretty good.
Barely, yes, but this is true.
Hey,
it is
speak for yourself.
It is pretty amazing.
I live stream all night long. Sadly, I'm asleep for most of that. There's a stream going.
That's why they had mattress pads. You're okay.
At some point, we won't be live streaming anything because we'll be unalive streaming.
By the way, this segment is brought to you by Pens.
That's right. Correct.
Toys for men.
Boy, so where do we start here? We were contacted, and you have more information on by the Milam Greene marketing company, correct?
Yeah, I don't know who their new marketing folks are, but yes, they sent us an email. They said if you're interested, all they said was reply yes, and I'm assuming we all replied yes, and they were kind enough to distribute this lovely bottle of the brand new Milam Greene Provisions blend of straight bourbon whiskeys.
Yes. Now we have a bit of a history with Milam Greene. Heather, I think we can consider a friend. We can consider Marlene Holmes a friend. Marsha Milam whose name is on the bottle, and Heather Greene. We have been reviewing and talking up their wonderful bourbons and ryes since they started, I believe.
That is true.
and we have seen their growth really, really come into its own with such a heavy hitters running the show there. I'll look at Mike with his. Oh, we also got really cool. I guess they're handkerchiefs, scarves.
Yeah, it's a kerchief.
Kerchief.
We'll
call it a kerchief.
And
it's a very sunny day, and I don't want to burn my head.
there you go.
Hey.
That's right. So we are happy that they kept us in mind and sent us this brand new offering. So we're going to talk about that as well as brand new.
Should I read?
What? No, wait, 1 second. We're just going to intro here. And we're also going to talk about a brand new TV show that just started. I believe it's we watched the first 2 episodes. It's on FX and also via Hulu. It's called The Lowdown. And we will talk more about that shortly. But first, before we get into all that stuff, how are we doing, gentlemen? How are we doing on a Tuesday night?
Living the dream. It just couldn't get any better.
Super duper.
Super duper. You know, it's a big day.
Dokily.
Not for you guys so much.
I got up this morning and I had not 1 but 6 shots in my spine.
Oh, well, that's a lovely thought.
Shots of what?
Shots of what? Yeah.
Bourbon, Milam Greene, but they said that they wouldn't use it. I don't know why. Apparently, they're not fair of whiskey. I don't know why.
Yeah, they stopped using actual medicine in epidurals, and they've gone back to the original medicine, which is alcohol.
You know, you get to be that a certain age, and then suddenly the bones don't work like they used to, and they slide in and out of places.
This is true.
So I had my lumbar spine stabbed repeatedly. It was like
a
quilting bee. It was terrible.
And your wife wasn't involved. Interesting.
She may have been involved.
The stabbing part.
See,
that's
let's get something straight. If the Napolitan did the stabbing, Mike would not be here right now.
Oh, and it's not with a medicinal needle. It's more like with
stiletto,
some sort of a kitchen knife.
Something longer.
Only the finest knife, though, so it goes right through.
It might be clean.
And then she cuts a can, and then a tomato. It's amazing.
May I quote Billy Joel? She cuts you once, she cuts you twice, yet still you believe.
Oh,
the wound is so fresh, you can taste the blood, but you don't have strength to leave. That's all I'm going to say.
That's great.
Hey,
don't even know that song, but that's great.
Stiletto.
Well, Mike's had a big morning already, big day. It's also the first day of postseason baseball. It's Wild Card Tuesday. Games are already in progress. Your Phillies have a few days off here before their first round. So we are rolling along here into fall. And fall means
bottom of the 9th, Red Sox up 3-1 over the Yankees.
Yes. And my Dodgers start in any minute. Well, it's fall, whiskey time as usual. Great for cocktails and such. So we are going to, before we jump in too far, we're going to try this Milam Greene brand new blend of straight bourbons. It's called Provisions, I believe. Is that right, Angelo?
Yeah. Shall I read what they sent?
Yeah. Please do.
Okay,
we're going to try this. We're going to try this on its own first.
Yes. There's a booklet and there's just this one lovely little postcard. Kentucky gave us the bones. Texas lit it on fire. The hill country isn't gentle. It beats on barrels with brutal summers and sudden cold snap, dragging flavor out of the oak, whether it wants to or not. That's where the magic happens. And behind it all, the most awarded whiskey team in America, not chasing ghosts, not bowing to so-called legends, just making a bourbon that knocks the crown off their heads. This isn't nostalgia. This is the whiskey that takes over. Pour it, mix it, drink it straight. Whatever you do, know you're holding the future in your hand. Provisions Bourbon by Milam Greene.
Well, so this would just get it. Oh, this is, and did you say this? I thought I read there's something different on their website.
What?
I thought it said 40%. This is 48%.
Is it? I thought it was 40.
Yep, but if you look at the bottle, it says 48.
Really? Interesting.
No,
I thought it was 40.
Unless I can't read the zero. 40. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It looks like an 8. It is 40.
They just draw a line through the zero.
Yes, correct.
So as to not be confused with an O.
With an O, that's right.
An O.
You know, I got to tell you, the packaging,
it's beautiful.
Oh,
beautiful.
Yeah. I can't help but notice the bottle shape is different.
It
correct.
It's not their typical bottle.
Nope.
I don't know if I like this one better.
I don't know.
Pretty nice.
It's different.
It's pretty nice.
We don't know the marketing strategy behind it. This is the first edition of this blend.
They got a big chunky
cool.
clear glass at the bottom.
Yep.
They got the little medallion in the middle. It's really nice.
It's pretty sweet with their logo on there.
It's got a real cork.
It's got a real cork too. Yep.
It's got a cork.
This is the autumn 2025 release. So we are going to try this.
And it's batch Edwards Plateau. Do we know what that means?
Is that is that where it's aged? Maybe is that where the barrels were stored?
Is that what it is? They put it at Edwards Plateau to age it?
I don't know.
Clinky, clinky, a little cheers.
Clinky, clinky.
Not Texas.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that was good.
That's just sad.
Yeah, well, I'm using a Milam Greene glass.
I am too. Mine dinged very well.
Well, no, I have this little small one I sent.
I got the little one too.
Yeah, that's nice.
I got the Glencairn.
It smells good. It smells like a good bit of rye in this one.
So I think it said it on the website that it was.
Did they give you the what's it called?
It did. I saw it on their website.
Tastes like a good bit of rye too.
Yeah.
I jumped right in. Oops.
Oopsies. You are a bad man. Oh, you have little patience. Let me see what they have. There's a lot more stuff. There's a whole bigger pamphlet here with some lovely photography. Nice soft focus, nice looking.
It's just delicious.
People, art verification, anything.
Yeah, there is more. I saw it on the web.
Yeah, there's more, but that's okay. That's okay.
But there was a mash bill, 70% corn, 22% malted rye, 8% malted barley, and the suggested retail price is $36. So this is a very approachable bourbon.
This is going to be. You know what they're going for? They're going for table bourbon.
That's right.
They're going for table whiskey. They want this
a session whiskey that can be used for cocktails, hanging out, sitting by the pool, whatever.
This is the after work. I just got home. I'm going to take the edge off. Dram.
This is I'm still at work. I may have a problem, but I've got really good whiskey in my desk. Dram.
It's also, because it's good for cocktails, it's also good for a bar. Getting it on the bar shelf.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that is just
delicious.
Delicious. Wow.
Just delicious. What a sipper.
Oh my gosh. So it's got a big dose of sweetness. That might be the corn in there. That's
Angela's nickname from college. Big dose of sweetness.
Big dose of sweetness. Unfortunately, that name never stuck.
Never stuck. Boy, there's a little bit of heat.
Yeah.
A little bit of heat. Definitely all those great bourbon flavors. There's vanilla. There's a little bit of cinnamon going on. Boy.
You get the hint of that rye sharpness. Little cereal-y, little grainy, little, there's some kind of malt, corn, barley, whatever in it.
What is the,
that's nice.
When does it become a high rye bourbon? What's the number?
Yeah, I was thinking that when you said 22%, it didn't sound particularly high, but
I thought that's I thought that was high. While you were talking here, I'm going to do a little check in here.
Boy, that's good. Really good.
That is very nice. I like that. See now, when we were at the Lila's last week, Aaron.
Yes.
They were making a ton of old fashions. Ton of old fashions.
Yeah.
And they were using Evan Williams.
Correct.
The whole time.
Solid bourbon.
Yeah.
Very solid.
That is, I think, a good bit less than I don't know what it goes for these days. What's about
$20 maybe?
Yeah, 2025.
Yeah.
2025?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, they're in the price point with this.
And we're talking, well, this is a small batch kind of company too.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, don't forget, you got this beautiful bottle. That ain't free.
That's right. Yeah. I just looked real quick here online, and high rye bourbons run 20 to 35% on the rye component. So this is on the low end of that, but this would be a little bit higher than
That is really, really good.
Yeah,
I like that. That's an everyday sipper.
All day, every day.
This is what's that thing you said before? Like someone says, "Oh, I don't like bourbon." Well, maybe you just haven't tried the right one.
That's right.
I'm thinking that's a pretty good gateway.
Yes, this is
That's
a
a pretty
great.
dangerous gateway.
This is a great gateway to get into other Milam and Greens too.
And for the larger rye content, they've curbed it enough that it's just delicious.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not just corn and sharpness. It's they've rolled this out. Marlene did an outstanding job.
Well,
I think Heather was the blender, right?
I think that she's like that's her. Isn't that her? She's the master blender of the place. So
blender.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so. I believe
Marlene's the distiller.
Yes.
Yeah. She actually won 2024 Distiller of the Year, I believe.
Yeah. That is a serious. Now they said it's made in Kentucky. So, I mean, do you think Marlene oversaw the distilling process?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know that.
From the Tale of Two Bourbons, that's what they said she did then. She went to Kentucky and oversaw what was going on. They have a partner that they work with, and she took over for a day or 2 days or whatever it was for the run, and I'm guessing she did it again, or maybe this is from that same run. I don't know.
Did it say in there, Ange, any kind of age on any of this, kind of ballparkish, or is it just kind of?
I don't know. I mean, the material they give you a lot, but I didn't really notice any of that. But whatever. Okay. I mean, it's got to be at least 2 years, 4 years? How many years?
I'm guessing it's fairly young, but it doesn't taste young, right?
No, not at all.
That hyper aging in Texas, right?
Yep.
Right.
Their Angel shares significantly more than.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's probably on the website, but whatever.
Yep.
That's okay.
The
point is, it's delicious.
And the aging is. I was going to ask this too. It's aged in Texas.
Correct.
I like the Texification process that they mentioned. Yeah. Provisions Bourbon represents the best of Milam Greene's Texification process. Pot stilled in Blanco, Texas, and artfully married with our own Kentucky bourbon, this signature approach involves bringing single slick barrels from Kentucky down to Texas, where additional aging occurs. So it's using that. Now I'm guessing that the Edwards Plateau is just a place possibly in that they're kind of just highlighting in, or maybe that's where they are. Maybe they are on the Edwards Plateau. In was that West Texas? Is that West Texas? East Texas? East Texas, right?
Well, I just went to the Googly, and the Edwards Plateau is in Texas Hill Country.
That's where they are.
It's the southeast portion.
That's where these guys are. Yep. So great. We have jumped into this wonderful brand new offering from Milam Greene, Provisions, a straight bourbon blend. Really, really tasty. And we're going to do something else with this shortly. So we, somewhat kind of weirdly connected maybe, we chose a brand new TV show that started 2 weeks ago.
No, last week.
Oh, last week. But they just put out 2 episodes at once, right?
Correct.
Yep. The Lowdown on FX, correct? FX?
Correct.
And brand new, and Ange, why don't you have a little write-up about it? A little summary maybe?
There's a brief one. I'm just going to read off of the IMDb page. What's it say here? A determined bookstore owner in Tulsa moonlights as an investigative journalist. Digging into local corruption. When his reporting uncovers sinister connections, he must protect both his family and the truth. And this is by Sterling Harjo, who brought the great Reservation Dogs to our world, which we enjoyed immensely, which I think made top 5 every year it was out.
Yeah.
And it stars, let's see, who's the stars in this show? We got Ethan Hawke, who I think is also a producer, Keith David, Ryan Kira Armstrong, Rachel Crowell, let's see, Dale Dickey, Zachary Booth, Joby James, Gene Triplehorn, Scott Shepard, Cody Lightning, Kyle MacLachlan, Abby Cobb, Carrie Malloy. Who else here? What's that woman's name? Kanihito Horn?
Oh, yeah, right.
The dear lady from, what's it called? And also from Letterkenny, correct?
That's right. And she in Shoresy? No, she's not in Shoresy. Only Letterkenny.
No, she's not in Shoresy. Macon Blair, Tim Blake Nelson, Tracy Letts, and Michael Hitchcock.
It's quite a cast, and
it's a great cast.
And Peter Dinklage. Don't forget Peter Dinklage.
Not yet. We haven't seen him yet.
But he's still going to be in the cast.
Oh, we haven't seen him yet. So we haven't
So this is a bit of a love letter. I've heard a couple interviews or seen a couple conversations with Sterling Harjo. He's from Tulsa, and I believe he's part American Indian, correct? And so this is all as Reservoir Dogs. Reservation Dogs. This is also a love letter to the area, to that world he grew up in. That was Oklahoma, but this is Tulsa. That's rural Oklahoma. This is Tulsa, the city, and the little kookiness that you find in a small town, in a town, and it's an interesting story that's told. Although we're just getting into it, it's really a kind of show that we like because it's got this kind of interesting group of characters, and they all have a little slice of life, and they all kind of how they all act together is really fun. Excuse me.
It's quirky.
It's quirky.
It's got a lot of humor.
Yes, and there's also an element of darkness because I think there are some elements to the history of Tulsa, which is very dark. And is only kind of really coming to light in the last few years about the tragedies that happened in Tulsa in the last 100 years or so. And this actually talks about the culture around some of that to some extent. And so I think it's going to be really fun to get into as we go farther. Anyone going to chat up the first episode or so? I probably can find a little bit of a write-up on the first episode. Here we go. Self-styled truth historian and bookseller Lee Ravon, who is Ethan Hawke, has published an expose about the powerful Washburn clan. Dale Washburn, the black sheep of the family, hides a letter before committing suicide. Investigating the Akron real estate development group, Lee is approached by a stranger named Marty and is later attacked by skinheads. At Dale's estate sale, Lee discovers the letter, which reveals Dale had hid more letters about the family conspiracy in his collection of Jim Thompson novels. Lee convinces an antique dealer to acquire the collection for him to exchange for a stolen painting, while tabloid editor Cyrus agrees to publish Lee's follow-up article and gives him a gun for protection. Dale's brother Donald is running for governor, and Lee deduces that he is having an affair with Dale's widow, Betty Jo. Blackie, the two skinheads, kidnap Lee, deliver him to an Akron contractor who kills the skinheads instead, unaware that Lee is in their truck. Freed by Marty, who has been following him, Lee flees in Blackie's car and discovers a large envelope of cash. And that is episode 1, the pilot.
It starts with a bang.
Starts with a bang. There's a. Go ahead.
By the way, for the record, 2 Jim Thompson novels on my shelves.
Oh, very nice.
And I think I've got one on my iPad as well. So.
Oh, well done.
I've got The Killer Inside Me and After Dark, My Sweet.
Very good.
He also did. Remember The Grifters? Remember that movie? Yeah, I believe he wrote the book for The Grifters.
Oh, really? That's great.
Yeah, he was out for a while. He was kind of the the hot author everybody was making a movie about based on one of his books. They're pulpy, a lot of crime, a lot of like Texas.
Yeah,
a lot of southern crime and all that stuff.
Do you have a letter from Dale Washburn in one of those?
I don't. I also don't have an original edition. So,
that's funny.
It's too bad.
Thoughts on the first episode,
Mike?
I really like Ethan Hawke. I think he's a very good actor, and the fact that his character is beaten repeatedly throughout it. It's not one of those ones where I'm the star and I don't get dirty. It's more like I'm the star and the star is dirty all the time. There's one scene where he's covered in his own blood after yet another beating, and he calls his ex-wife and says, I'm going to come to meet you. And she says, all right, meet me in 20 minutes. And he gets a look at himself and he says, make it 40, because he's just such a train wreck that it's just such a mess. Keith David is a tremendous actor. He plays
I love him.
Marty, the private investigator. He's a tremendous actor. I didn't realize he went to Juilliard.
Oh, wow.
So
really?
He's obviously a classically trained actor, and he has always played like the tough guy and everything. He has some of the best lines tremendous. In Armageddon, one of the guilty pleasure watches you have. He
Yeah.
just keeps referring to the guys as the wrong stuff and everything else. It's just
We talked of one of us did recently about a show that's been canceled
Duster.
from HBO, Duster,
Yeah, he
where
was
Keith
great.
David's the bad guy in the show, and the main character was from Lost. I can't think of his name.
Josh Holloway.
Josh Holloway also gets beaten up a lot, and it's as I get older, I really have a problem with seeing this really ongoing aggressive violence I have to actually turn my head sometimes because it's too much.
Yeah.
The noise, the whooshiness.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gotten, and it kind of gets excessive. And in this episode 1, poor Ethan Hawke, he gets pummeled and has to walk around covered in blood. And he also has a daughter. We didn't mention that. He has a teenage daughter he's trying to be a good dad too, while he's covered in blood.
While he's taking a beat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, while taking a beating. Yes. I too enjoyed the first episode a lot, and I am not like you, Mike. I am not a huge Ethan Hawke fan.
No.
It's always a bit of an effort for me to get past my reservations about him, and once I do, I'm fine. He is such a great actor. He really is, even with my issues with him, like you had with Anna, and I do with Anna Kendrick. Once you get past whatever you've got,
they won me over. Yeah,
I don't know if he's won me over, but he's just really good. It's hard not to be impressed by his abilities to do these kinds of quirky roles.
Yeah, I'm not saying everything is great, but he's got a bunch of Academy Award nominations.
Oh, totally.
That's not for nothing. And Dead Poet Society and the remake of The Magnificent Seven are both movies worth watching. And he just happens to be in both of them.
I like The Gattaca. I think that's a very underrated movie.
Is he considered a brat packer?
No, I don't think so.
No.
But he's of that era.
Yeah, I think he's on the cusp.
On the cusp.
Apparently he's 54.
Yeah.
54. So it's impressive, his career. And then you get to a point, I love seeing actors like this, who just say, F it. I don't care. I'm going to do roles I want to do. And this is one of those kinds of roles where it's quirky, it's fun, it's goofy, it's interesting. And working with a guy like Sterling Harjo, it's really going to be a really interesting episode of my career arc, or my career at the moment. And he knocks it, well, so far, 2 episodes. It looks like he's just picked a great vehicle and just is doing it and having fun with it.
And he's just embodying the character. He's just totally on board. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what's cool about it too, with the first episode, it's like already kind of lived in. They just throw you in the middle of this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's it feels like it's already been around. It doesn't feel like they lay the groundwork pretty well.
Yep.
And
no backstory. We don't have to watch Batman's parents die in the alley again.
No. I mean, you'll get backstory. I'm sure.
We probably will. Hopefully, we don't do this like 5 years
over
before
and over again.
Kind of thing. No, at least in the first 2 episodes, we didn't get what happened 6 months before or 6 years before. It's being told to you. There's no flashbacks so far. I'm very anti-flashback these days, so this is so far so good. But it feels like it's a comfortable shoe to put on. You don't have to. It's not tight fitting. It just wear it.
It's like my Birkenstock. It's a Birkenstock.
It's like your Birkenstock.
It's a Birkenstock.
It's a classic. He's, instead of being a cop, he's a bit of I guess he's a private eye in some weird way.
He's a true historian.
He's a true historian.
That was so good.
He's the we see it in so many other things. He's the not the cop who's got some kinds of issues, and he's got a family life, and he's divorced, and he's trying to make that all work together. And he's always got money issues, and he's got a business that is falling apart. He's got all these problems, yet he wants to do the right thing. He's trying to work on social justice and tell the truth about some ugly story that he's found out. It's really well set up, at least in episode 1. it took me a few minutes to kind of get all the names together and who's who, but that's normal. And because there are so many characters.
Emerald.
Emerald.
And we're old.
And we're old. Yes, correct. We are old, and that's an ongoing problem, isn't it?
Yes.
I just thought it was just a really good starter episode to kind of get you into it.
What's the one line that Keith David and then the guy that works at that other magazine? What do they say? Nothing sadder than a white man with a conscience, or something like that.
Something like that. Yes.
They don't know the difference between Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson.
That's right. Yes.
Who does?
That's right.
You do. I bet you do.
Who does? And the guy has an eye patch that matches his ensemble, which is just tremendous.
That is very funny.
I like that guy. I don't know. I've seen him before. I don't remember who he is, but
he looks familiar.
He's
right?
really, really good.
It's good to see. We talk about the cast a little bit, but it's good to see some of these folks. I love Jean Tripplehorn.
Yeah, she hasn't been around. What's the last thing she was on? She was on what was that show?
She's been on a few.
Big Love.
Big Love was her big show, right?
Right.
Yeah. I just saw this thing a few days ago that there was a comparison to the first episode to Big Lebowski, which I thought was interesting.
Well, it's funny you say that, because remember, I think I texted you about casting.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, when I first saw the poster, I thought it was Kevin Bacon.
Right. Yeah, you said that's right. Yeah.
I really thought it was Kevin Bacon. I could see Kevin Bacon in this. 40 years ago, maybe I could see Tom Waits in this.
Mm-hmm.
And now when you said Big Lebowski, and I was thinking about it as we were talking about it, I could see Jeff Bridges in this too. Maybe 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You're getting thrown in the trunk, driven away. Yeah, I can see
that. Absolutely.
I love when he's in that room in the beginning with the group in that big mansion, and they ask him if he wants something to drink, and he says he's sober, but he asks for a beer instead.
Well, it's funny because I think I told you when I watched.
Yeah,
I think I told you when I watched Landman, there was the same thing with Billy Bob Thornton. Like he was apparently on the wagon, and he goes to the bar, and he asked for a Michelob Ultra. The guy's like, "Oh, I thought you were off the wagon." He's like, "Look, give me 6 Michelob Ultras today. I'll come back tomorrow. Give me 6 whiskeys, and you tell me the difference."
I do. I haven't seen Tim Blake Nelson in quite a while, and it's fun to see him. This is like a role meant for him, a show meant for a Tim Blake Nelson, right? And even a Kyle MacLachlan, who less so with Kyle MacLachlan, more so with Kyle MacLachlan, who has taken on in his life the quirky roles, especially later in life, and loves it. Tim Blake Nelson, that's all he's ever done.
Wait. When did he not take a quirky role, Kyle MacLachlan?
That's probably true.
I mean,
first of all,
Sex in the City.
He was quirky in Sex in the City too.
Yeah, that wasn't such a quirky thing to be in Sex in the City.
No, but he was pretty quirky in it, though.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
He played an alien. What was that one movie? He plays like an alien that comes to Earth.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. I forget what it was. I forget.
Who plays the who's the actor who plays the antique dealer?
Oh, that's what's his name? He was in part of the what's it called? The Spinal Tap people. What's that guy's name?
Oh, it's Christopher Guest, right?
Yeah, he's part of well, no, it's not Christopher Guest, but he's in the
he's in that group, right?
Yeah, Michael Hitchcock.
Michael Hitchcock. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. He's with what's her name in Best in Show with the dog. Yes, they're like the really really
Parker
spazzy
Posey.
Couple. Yeah, Parker Posey. He's
right.
Parker Posey's husband. What was it called? The Busy Bee.
And he's super thin, and he still has braces, and everything weird about him in that one.
They both have braces. I think.
And in this one, he's just, is this stolen? Is this, what are you doing? It's just.
He's great. He's really really good.
Great.
It's a great cast.
It's a great cast.
I'm looking forward to seeing more Tracy Letts.
Yes.
It's not the first we've seen of Tracy Letts.
That's some fantastic facial hair on him too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I knew Tracy Letts was in it, and it took me a minute to realize who that was. under all that hair, because I still picture him as the Ford versus Ferrari playing Ford.
Right. And again, I mean, the show feels lived in the first episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
When they walk into that supper club and he's just harassing the hostess or whatever you want to call her, and about the painting in the back. And I actually had to look up the Joe Brainerd or whatever that guy's name is,
Joe
the
Brainerd,
artist. He's a real guy.
He's a real guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's a real guy.
And his painting's still missing from that supper club.
Probably so. Yes.
Probably. What do you ask for? Oh, he asked for the steak, medium rare, and then crispy on the outside.
Yeah.
On the outside.
And a little bit of A1 if you got it. If you got it.
If you got it.
Yeah. That's episode 1.
Dress code.
We're gonna move on. Reminder: this is what we watch when we drink. We are talking about the Lowdown, and we are also drinking Milam Greene's brand new Provisions, a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. Ange had this great idea also, which we don't do too often, is to make a cocktail with this bourbon.
You're damn right.
And our assignment was to all make a old fashioned.
Old fashioned is our way.
Our way, whatever
Emphasis
way we
on the
want
old.
it. Right, like Burger King. So when we go around the room, Mike, do you have one?
I didn't make one.
Mike, you did not make one. Ange, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you made it, and then I'll tell you about mine. Then we can taste them and see how we think this bourbon performs in a cocktail. We think it'll be good.
Well, I kept it simple. I did a half an ounce of simple syrup, no funky demerara, just plain old cane sugar and water. I did bitters. I did 6 drops of McMahon & Tate bitters, the Moroccan orange bitters. And then I did 6 drops of their wildly aromatic bitters, because we love McMahon & Tate. And why the hell not?
And you're wildly aromatic. So.
What do you say about the Moroccan? What is it? It's artisanal, right?
It's artisanal. I think you put the word Moroccan in front of anything, it makes it better.
Yeah.
And it increases the price. It increases the price a lot.
Yeah. 2 ounces of the bourbon, a cherry, orange peel, and a rock. And that's pretty much it.
That's the simple solution to making a great possession.
That's it.
Mine is very similar. I also use McMahon & Tate's Moroccan orange bitters, and I used Trader Joe's maple syrup, and for my sugar, and I too have a big rock and orange peel and 3 cherries because I like those cherries.
Did you put them on a toothpick? Did you use a toothpick?
I did, of course I did.
Oh, is it bamboo? Is it a bamboo stick?
It's a little bamboo guy, yeah.
Oh, look at you!
Yeah.
All you need now is the little, the little tiki head on the top.
I have those too, but I have stainless steel ones with the little tiki heads on. We could talk a little bit cocktail here a little bit. And you gave me, I don't know, Mike, do you do this? Do you make your own ice cubes at all? No.
I just use regular ice. Not fancy.
Ange and Ange got me into it. And kudos to all the folks out there on YouTube land who put out videos on how to make clear ice.
Academics. He even wrote a book, right?
Camper English out in San Francisco who wrote a book about it. By the way, it's cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
Cheers.
Genton.
Oh, that's delicious.
Nothing wrong with that drink.
Nope, that's good.
By the way, there may have been some underage drinking. Someone may have snuck in.
Hey now!
And it put a smile on his face. That's all I'm going to say.
You would not be the underage person, I would assume.
So
I wish I was underage.
So it's fun for the whole family.
Yes. It is.
I wish I was this sophisticated when I was underage.
No kidding.
Yes.
So
can I have one?
Go right ahead.
So there's an article out there on the interwebs. It was in GQ magazine. I don't know how long ago, and the title of the article was "Are you raising a douchebag?" So
was it a quiz?
Yeah, it was like that. Pretty much, I think everything we're doing, right? One kid is ordering 72-ounce tomahawk steaks. Another one's taking his dad to sake sushi Japanese bars, and
another one's making old fashions for his girlfriend.
Yeah, so I would say we did a good job. We raised a bunch of douchebags. God bless them all. God love
I
them
know,
all. God love
and
them
one
all.
I know is a baker in training, I believe.
Baker, smoker,
Baker,
soon to
smoker.
be.
Yes,
He's
yeah,
going to
yeah.
go to Edinburgh to learn distilling and
Eater,
brewing.
There you
just an eater.
Just an
Eater,
eater.
eater in
What
training.
he's doing right now, he's socking all his money away in Bitcoin, and then when he graduates from University of Edinburgh with his bourbon distilling degree, he's going to buy up a distillery and a brewery that's going to go out of business in the next 7 years because it's going to happen.
Uh,
So
So
he's just going to go to Ireland, buy all of it.
there you go. He's going to buy the island.
He's going to buy it all.
Okay, nice.
His Bitcoin's going to go through the roof.
He's
There
gonna
you
he's
go.
gonna he's gonna Branson
Already
it.
has.
He's gonna buy the
Already
island.
has. Should we move on to episode 2?
Sure.
Well,
Let's
first
try.
I want to hear about the cocktails.
Oh, the
Oh,
cocktails. Yeah.
Do they work? Or do they?
it really
works.
does.
It works really well.
So
do you like
yeah.
it better than drinking it by itself? About the same?
No, about the same.
that's the same.
About the same.
I think it shows the versatility of this bourbon.
And that's
You
what
know,
it's
you
meant
can
to
drink
be,
this
right?
you can drink it on its own for sure. We prove that,
And I am.
and you are
And this is a high rye bourbon.
correct.
Do you typically use a high rye when you make a cocktail?
I would
Do
typically
you
use rye for an old fashioned.
You go rye.
I usually
And
go
this is
rye.
Rye, bourbon,
this is
yeah,
a more than satisfactory substitute.
Absolutely.
correct,
Great.
absolutely, yeah. This is definitely. I think
And I think thanks to the low ABV, this does make it for a more leisurely cocktail.
yeah, most definitely.
Because I mean, we've used 120 proof bourbon in an old fashioned. That has a little bit more of a kick. This is more, easy drinking.
Subtle.
This is the good middle of the week drink. This is not the I gotta wake up tomorrow at 6
Friday
and be in
night.
the office.
Yeah. This is a good Tuesday night cocktail because it's not.
I wouldn't
Loaded
turn it
up.
away on a Friday night.
I would not either.
So just saying.
No, it's very good. I was going to say about the ice cubes. So Ange and I got into making our own clear ice cubes using directional freezing, using fancy terms here. And Ange gave me a tip that I used tonight, and it really worked. I always have the problem where I put an ice cube in one of these big rocks, in a rocks glass, and immediately I will pour whatever I need to pour on the spirit, usually if I'm making an old fashioned, and you inevitably get cracking. Just so all of a sudden that nice big clear rock is now shattering a bit. So Ange told me about kind of tempering the ice cube by letting it sit out for a few minutes. Yeah, he has his sits in the fridge.
Well,
warming
only
up.
because it was in there for a while. I didn't want the
Oh,
whole
okay.
thing to melt, so.
And I did that too before I actually made the cocktail. I had it all ready to go and just really needed the ice to it, and then
just a couple
bourbon.
minutes.
And it really worked. This ice cube is still clear and not cracked.
Thermal
I'm
shock. You want to avoid thermal shock.
One involved thermal shock. Yeah.
Thermal shock.
I suppose another thing you could do is actually put your bourbon in a refrigerator to make it cold, so it's closer to the.
Come see, come ça.
Yeah.
I don't use directional freezing. I use the side by side, and then there's some rocks in there that just come right out of the glass. You just push the little button.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's not so directional, except right into the glass.
It goes north to
works
south.
well.
Yeah.
As I like to say at work when they get the the income statements and they see it's directionally correct.
It's direction.
I don't even know what that means. What does directionally
either.
correct mean?
It's going this way, not.
It's
this
going
way.
in the direction I want it to go in. Is that what it means
Yes,
by directionally
correct.
correct?
I don't have any idea.
I don't know. But
Your place just had a $400 million loss, didn't they? I don't know what direction they're headed towards.
oh, I'll tell you where we're heading. I just need 6 more years.
I joke because I kid. I kid because I care. And Shohei Ohtani has hit a home run.
Yes, he has. It's 1-0 Dodgers in the third inning. Yes,
He set the tone.
he set the tone. Okay, we are going to go on to episode 2 with our
Yankees lost.
Yes, they did, and the Cubbies beat the Padres earlier today, and Detroit beat the Detroit beat Cleveland, and Tarek Skubal had 14 strikeouts.
Oof.
Pretty impressive. He's an incredible pitcher. Okay, episode 2 of the Lowdown, and can give you a little rundown on the episode 2. we're really getting into the story now, right? This episode's called The Devil's Mama. A battered Lee, again, that's Ethan Hawke, uses some of the skinhead's cash that he found as overdue child support for his ex-wife Samantha, taking their daughter Frances for the weekend, leaving her with his bookstore employee Deidre, Deidre is another nice quirky character in the show. Lee pays Deidre's recently paroled cousins Waylon and Henry to dispose of Blackie's car. Those two guys they remind me of the two short
the
Native
rappers?
Americans on Reservation Dogs.
The rappers?
The rappers, yes. Cyrus's office was vandalized by the skinheads, and Lee poses as a friend of Blackie to question his mother, Bonnie, whose boyfriend Phil confirms that Blackie and Berta were working for Alan, a fellow racist ex-convict, who paid them for a job where Dale lived. Donald's wife, Marianne, is aware of the affair, and Dale and Betty Jo's daughter, Pearl, returns home for her father's funeral, where Lee publicly accuses Donald of working with white supremacists. Marty reveals himself as a private investigator hired by Donald to follow Lee, who berates him for refusing to believe a greater conspiracy is afoot. Waylon and Henry post a rap video of themselves burning the car, and Alan visits Lee's bookstore with a veiled threat to stop his investigation. So we really get into things a little bit here, and it gets a little more detailed, and you're really finding more quirkiness going on with all these other characters that are kind of introduced. Anyone want to jump in? Thoughts?
Mike?
I love those two characters, the security of the bookstore.
Yeah.
They are
what I
great.
thought was interesting in this one, in the first episode, Cyrus, his friend who runs the paper, he gave him a gun, and despite the gun, he wound up getting beaten up and thrown into the trunk. And throughout this one, when he talks to different people, they all make fun of him because you had a gun. I don't understand what happened to you.
You had a gun.
You had a gun. How did you go in the trunk? You had a gun.
Yes.
This develops, I think, more of the other characters, and you get to see a different side of some of the people.
Yeah.
And Kyle MacLachlan and Gene Triplehorn's characters are just without any redemption at this point. They're just terrible people. So,
correct. Yeah.
he's running for governor, and she's the widow of his brother, and yet they appear to be having a dalliance, and it doesn't seem as if it's for the first time.
Correct.
So
right.
when Tim Blake Nelson killed himself, this may have been one of the contributing factors.
Right. Does this episode start with Ethan Hawke driving away from where the two skinheads are murdered, as I recall? Yes. Right. And he's driving.
Picks up where the first one ended.
Correct. Right. So it's been a few days since I saw this, but he's driving away in their car, right? And that he was stuck in the trunk of, where bullets were flying, around. Now he's driving that car covered in blood down this road, and he's frantic about it. That shot of him just driving, 10 and 2 on the wheel, on the wheel, covered in blood, is hilarious.
And when he's he immediately goes to like a Quickie Mart, a gas station with a bathroom, clean himself up, and on the way out he sees the sad sack behind the counter, and says to her, "I'll give you $1,000 if you give me this." And
she's doing
a makeup tutorial.
She's doing her own makeup at the time with a YouTube video. Yes,
so he can go and cover up yet another black eye for a beat.
Yes, right. He gets all cleaned up and
in the gas station bathroom.
In the gas station, it is. I love that. Even that's a great character, right? This little side character, right?
Yeah. We'll never see her again, probably. But she
probably
was great.
Not.
She was great.
Yeah.
By the way,
and there was in Reservation Dogs, there was a lot of that too. There was all these characters that you saw just for one-offs.
I had a thought. In I think it was the first episode when he takes the girl to the stockyard where they're auctioning off the cattle.
The daughter.
And then Kyle MacLachlan's there, and he's I think he's rubbing the widow's back, Gene Triplehorn's back or whatever. and the daughter's like, her ears start to perk up, like, oh, now this really got interesting. All this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
that, and when they're whole following around, it just popped into my head. You saw The Wire, right, Aaron?
Yeah.
Remember when McNulty takes his kids to like their version of Reading Terminal and they're tracking Stringer Bell?
Yep.
And the kids are just all into it. They're playing like
Oh,
detective.
correct.
Yeah, it just reminded me of that just now. And if that wasn't the inspiration, I'd be surprised. I would be surprised.
I thought from that scene that you're talking about that I wondered if he's got this odd relationship with his daughter because there's a divorce and he's trying to stay classic TV dad situation, right? And trying to stay. He wants to be the fun dad, but he has his life to deal with. Whether he kind of sucks her in a little bit, she kind of figures out things, and she wants to be with him, along the way here on not being the total private eye kind of thing, but just she goes along for the ride in some ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And in the second episode, she just tells him, "You don't have to lie to me."
Yeah,
like
she's way smarter than he is.
Just tell me what's going on. You don't have to lie.
She's really good. That girl's going to be good.
Yeah. What was her name?
Her name's Ryan Kira Armstrong.
Ryan Kira Armstrong.
She's really good. There's been a lot of these like young actresses that are just every once in a while they pop up.
Oh, I do know who this is. I didn't finish this show. I'm looking at her bio here. She was in one of the Star Wars spinoffs called Skeleton Crew.
Oh, really?
Which is sort of like maybe like Goonies, one of those, a throwback kind of version of Star Wars. A bunch of kids, try to solve a mystery.
Right.
And she's one of the kids. And she's, I only got through like 4 episodes, but she's really good in that. She's also in American Horror Story in 2023, Red Tide.
So it kind of reminds me of an older version of Natalie Portman in The Professional.
Oh, interesting.
I get that.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Where it's just like the tag along, like, well, what are we doing today? Okay, sure. Let's go do this.
Yeah. She's very good. I love those characters that, she could just be the daughter, and never, really see much of her. But she's going to have a role in this, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
As we get farther along.
Well, it was nice too. I think it was also first episode where she's like kind of basically giving Dad an out. Like, look, if you can't handle it,
I'll go live with Mom. Yeah.
That was nice though. I mean, I thought it was a really nicely written scene where he's just like, look, never in the history of dads and daughters has Dad ever said, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, come on, that's a great idea. Thanks.
And you don't want to hear that,
Yeah.
Imagine if you said, okay, that makes sense. She'd be heartbroken, right?
Her mom, we could talk about her and mess up her name a million times till Sunday. Tio Horn. She's a Canadian actress.
Can we just call her Ms. Horn?
We can call her Ms. Horn.
I don't think that was close either. But.
We don't think we hopefully her role is going to grow a little bit on this. I hope so.
It will.
She has I know I've talked about her many times on this podcast.
You got a little crush on her, don't you?
I do have a little crush on her. She
okay.
most recently was in a recurring role in Reservation Dogs. Mm-hmm. So that's how she's part of this whole Dear Lady she as a mythical character, as a Native American mythological character who's part deer. And before that, from a Canadian show, Letterkenny, where she plays a local who owns a minor league hockey team, basically an adult hockey league team. And but that's a team of mostly tribal gentlemen.
Does she know tough natives? I was gonna say those tough natives.
She has a lot of tough natives that are in her like posse. I should say
redundant.
Yeah,
that's redundant.
It is redundant. Yes, but she's really good, and she has a fascinating background. Her mom was a very very well-known political activist in Canada for Canadian Indigenous people's rights. Yeah, very important. And she's now getting bigger roles. And this, you fall into the what's the other guy's name from New Zealand director? That can never.
Taika Waititi.
Thank
who
you.
him and Sterling Harjo, they've partnered up on things. You fall into their worlds, you really are falling into a really good place. You're going to get more jobs. You're going to work with him or them, she's
it's
now
the old Mercury Theater.
It totally is.
The
It
recurring
totally is.
characters. So these
like
are the
Christopher
same people.
Guest, like Christopher Guest and his
Guest
guys.
group.
We've said this 1,000 times. Why wouldn't you want to work with your friends?
Yeah,
That's right. And
Right.
I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple of
My
interviews
basement
with.
drinking alone.
I did a couple interviews with Miss Horn, and she found this to be really an exciting bit of work, different than what she's done before, and working with this group of people and working with Ethan Hawke is just that raises the bar a lot, right? And so I'm excited about what her role is going to be in this going forward. So another good little character that we're going to grow with. Other thoughts, gentlemen, on the show?
I'm
want to see
excited to see where
episode
it goes.
3. Episode 3.
I think it drops tonight.
I think it drops tonight
did.
too.
It did. I almost watched it.
Oh, it's out. Okay,
But then I wind up saying things, and you yell at me because it was beyond the homework.
Yeah.
What? We're doing extra? You don't get. There's no
I
extra
would get
credit
extra
here.
credit, but there's no extra
There's
credit.
no extra credit here.
You're a
There's no
terrible
extra
professor.
credit.
Yeah. We stopped doing the extra credit thing. Yeah.
I'm old school. No. You either did the work or you didn't do the work.
Yeah.
That's it. Snowflake.
So it's a really fun show. Well, fun, being relative, but it's got fun.
As long
It's
as
got
you're
fun
Ethan
moments.
Hawke, it's a fun show.
Yeah.
If you're Ethan Hawke, it's not a fun show.
He really is. He really is good. He was in a series about John Brown. During the Civil War.
Yep.
He was really good in that. He's good at character. He's just good at characters. He really is.
Funny thing about actors.
He's sorry.
Funny thing about actors.
Some actors it's the same role over.
Yeah, I don't see him as being the same person in every role.
Yeah, no. They're just playing themselves, and in some of these, they embody the character.
Yes.
Did you ever see Before Sunrise or Before Sunset? Those two.
I did not.
What's the third one? Before Midnight? Is that what it is?
Maybe. I've never seen them. My son was talking about them. He said they were really good, and I've always been kind of curious, but I never got around to them.
The only thing I know about it is he did the screenplay for 2 of the 3, maybe all 3, but 2 of the 3 he was nominated for Academy Awards for Best Screenplay.
Really? He wrote them? I didn't realize that.
Well, he wrote them in conjunction with other people.
Richard Linklater, I guess.
Yeah, Richard Linklater. But he was nominated for that, and then 2 nominations for acting.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna look at that gentleman's list. It's pretty impressive, I assume, right? Filmography. Yeah.
Start with Dead Poets, man. That's a pretty good place to start.
Dead Poets,
pretty good place.
White Fang, Reality Bites, Gattaca, Great Expectations. Just the women he's worked with. It's pretty. Winona Ryder, Uma Thurman, Gwyneth Paltrow.
And he married Uma Thurman.
That's right.
Co-starred alongside Julie Deppy in Richard Linklater's Before trilogy.
All 3 of them, right?
Right. Yep. Before Sunrise, Sunset, and Midnight. Training Day, Taking Lives with Angelina Jolie. Lord of the War with Nicolas Cage. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead with Philip Seymour Hoffman. Brooklyn's Finest with Richard Gere. Co-wrote and starred in The Hottest State. Supernatural horror film Sinister. The Purge with Lena Headey. And that's a whole franchise. Boy, what else? Maggie's Place, Born to be Blue, The Magnificent Seven, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, Juliet Naked, The Black Phone, The Northman, John Brown in that Showtime series, The Good Lord Bird, The Last Movie Stars, so Marvel, Moon Knight, he's Moon Knight as Arthur Harrow. So he's done a lot. It's pretty incredible. And
Jamie can't get work. It really is.
Can't get work. And also has done various TV things. God, he was in Alias, Robot Chicken, Reservation. Oh, well, he was in Reservation Dogs.
That's right.
He's Alora's dad.
That's right. He was good in that too. He was really good.
He was good. Yes, most definitely. And I'm sure that's where he got together with Sterling Harjo.
Yeah.
And then theater. He's done all kinds of theater, right? That's probably where he started. So just a just a really wonderful actor, and this kind of character is kind of built for an Ethan Hawke, I think. So
Or Kevin Bacon.
Or Kevin Bacon.
Or
Yes,
Tom Waits,
correct.
Or young,
Or somebody who passed on this movie and realizes they shouldn't have passed on the
No!
show.
What was I thinking?
That's right, exactly.
Why?
But yeah, it's good. I'm really curious to see where it goes. More Keith David. His voice is just spectacular.
It is.
You know what I loved is when they're in the he goes into the diner where he had first met Keith David.
Yeah.
And he asks the counter woman and says, the guy was talking to me, the poet, and she's playing like she has no idea. The black guy. And then she's like, the guy. It makes him say something about the voice, and then she jumps right in about, I could listen to that voice all day.
Yes.
Oh, he's so good. Come on. There's something about Mary. How'd you get the prank above beans? He was spectacular.
That's right. Yeah. Juilliard trained Frankenbeans.
He's good. And that show I talked about last time, High Life.
Yeah.
Love Life. I'm sorry. Love Life.
Love Life.
He is the narrator on the second season.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Huh.
The one thing that I don't like about Wikipedia is while I can research anybody and almost cyberstalk them, they'll list the class they were in at Juilliard.
Yeah.
But they don't typically list all the people they went to Juilliard with.
With yeah.
Where I'm always interested to be like, all right, you were there at this point in time. Who else was there with you? Like, who else is from Juilliard that I would have no idea you were from Juilliard? And you're everyone like hanging out right now. Like he was there from 75 to 79.
Kevin Kline,
and you
maybe?
wonder, like, were you there with Kevin Kline? Were you there? Like, I think B.B. Newirth was there. I think there was like a whole bunch, like everybody that I've been watching since the mid 80s. Were you in class with everyone?
Well, he was.
Aaron sounds like he's part of the typing pool from 1956.
Yes, correct. He was with James Moody, Coleman Domingo.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
They're not the
Another
same
member.
age.
He was in Group 8 at the Juilliard School alongside other talented actors like Coleman Domingo, according to the 2024 Juilliard Instagram post.
So, but you wonder, like, who are all these people that were in here? This is crazy.
Well, how old's Coleman Domingo? He's not that old, is he?
And then, like, he's Group 8. Who was in Group 7 and Group 9? So, like, your classes overlapped. And,
right.
And they just produce so much talent.
Oh, it's insane.
And you'd never know they were classically trained actors.
Correct.
Because they're just so good at what they do.
Yep. Really interesting. Really cool. All right, gentlemen, that was we really went down the rabbit hole here with the lowdown. Let's go back to by the way, as you said, Mike, episode 3 drops tonight. I think there's 8 or 10 episodes in the season. Comes out weekly. I think we're all going to stick with it. It's really fun. Let's go back to our Milam Greene. Again, a thank you to the folks there for keeping us on the list and sending us these wonderful bottles of the Provision, the new blend of straight bourbons. Last thoughts on this whiskey?
Delicious.
I think I like it. Sure.
I think it's pretty delicious. I think this is going to go quick. I think this is going to be one of those like, I need a whiskey for just kind of like, table whiskey.
I think this is my 7th bottle of Milam Greene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got probably 5 or 6
I think they've gotten progressively better. I think this might be my favorite now.
Well, they really, between Marlene and Heather, they've really got a great team recipe, whatever you want to call it, about knowing what works well together and experimenting. We've seen some really interesting experiments on the beginnings with those, like the rye finish in a port barrel, and this is a little more traditional here, just a blend of bourbons. They really, that's probably more Heather than anyone else, is what is great on the palate. What makes a great whiskey that you can use as a session whiskey, as a cocktail whiskey, an everyday whiskey. They know. these are professionals. These are pros. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they've hit a home run here. And this is a price point that is so reasonable for this quality of bourbon.
What's that price point again?
It was, well, on the website it said $36. So that's suggested retail. That's probably where I can't imagine this being.
That's tough to beat.
It's tough to beat when you're getting this kind of quality.
Yeah.
It's a small batch bourbon, I'm guessing. We don't know that, how big the batch was. We don't know that. But probably something that they're going to, obviously this is the first edition. They're probably going to come up with a little different profile next year.
Or put the batch somewhere else, so it's not at Edwards Plateau. It's some other spot in
aging
Texas.
somewhere else.
Yep.
So cheers to the Milam Greene team. Thank you again for thinking of us. We love you guys. Great add-on to the whole line of Milam Greene East Texas whiskeys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yaman.
Love the whiskey. Love the bottle. Love the little
packaging.
kerchief.
Great.
Everything about it.
Yep.
Everything about it.
This wonderful, again, celebration of International Podcast Day podcast will be out as a podcast next week sometime.
Yeah, next week.
And next week. And you can download it whenever. This was a fun, boys. This was a good start to the fall season of whiskey podcasts.
And don't forget, Red October, most important of all.
That's right.
And and Blue October, they're now up 5-0.
Yes, I know. Home runs by Teo
Hernandez and Tommy Edman.
Got to say, the Dodgers do have great names. They do have really, really good names. Other players.
Yes.
Freddie Freeman,
Kike,
really? Freddie Freeman. We're going with Freddie Freeman.
Mookie, Kike, Hernandez. What's the other guy you just said? Teo Oscar. What's his name?
Teoscar Hernandez.
Shohei Ohtani. Come on.
Shohei Ohtani.
Well, it's a great name.
If we get to a game 3 in this series, or game 1 or 2 against the Phillies, we will see history with Mr. Ohtani batting and pitching in the same game in a playoff game. That will be something. That will be something to tell the kids about, tell the grandkids about.
Not since Ruth, right?
Probably not
for the Red Sox.
Yeah,
not since Ruth, where you had a home run threat and a power pitcher.
Yeah. This is not just Don Drysdale coming up to the plate. This is a whole different animal, for sure. All right, gentlemen, this was great. Thank you again to Milam Greene. And we highly recommend The Lowdown on FX with Ethan Hawke and company.
We just gave them the skinny on The Lowdown.
We give them the skinny on The Lowdown. That's right.
All
right, gents, shall we play us out?
Play us out. All right. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys.
If you enjoy this show, please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, Audible, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. You can also find us on BoozeDancing.com. And if you have any questions, comments, show or drink suggestions, email us at BoozeDancing@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.